What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey Mohit. Hey Tanvi. I am Dehit 18. Hello. What's up? Abbas. Hi. Shekhar. Hi. Neha. Hi. Welcome everyone. This is Friday Night Live with Variku, and for the next 1 hour, we're going to spend time together and just going through life, answering questions, having fun, getting into the weekend mode. I hope all of you are safe, doing well. There is no semblance of a lockdown in this country anymore. It's scary and it's energizing at the same time, and I've lost words to describe how it should be described anymore. And the WhatsApp memes are just becoming funnier and funnier. Ki pehle kya tha aur ab kya hai, so on and so forth. Anyway, so in this 1 hour, what we do is essentially answer questions that you may have around mostly entrepreneurship, life, work, usual suspects. We make it easy, we make it fun. I do get into this super zoned in focused mode at times, and that is just a part of me. But I have a bunch of people that I'm not wearing, Rahul, the coolest headphones. They are fine, they're doing wonderfully well, they're getting charged, they're getting ready for the weekend. So I have my happy old Apple phones. So thank you everyone, let's get started and let's have the first caller online. Okay. That is all right. Ankur Pandey. Ankur Pandey, I hope you are decent and ready to go live with me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds now. What's up, Variku? Hello, Sid. Hello, Pooja. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Ankur.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Even I
Wonderful.
can see you.
Very good. That is the miracle of technology. Where are you from, Ankur?
I'm from Varanasi.
Did you say Maharashtra?
No, I said Varanasi, UP.
Varanasi, Banaras. Wonderful. I was recently in Banaras in the month of March, I think. March? Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
March.
I saw your post.
It, it's one of my
You-
favorite cities in India. There's just so much to do there, and I loved it. It was wonderful. Are you working right now, Ankur, or what are you doing in life?
No, I'm in my pre-final year of undergrad.
Oh, wonderful. Very cool. And how is the lockdown
Even
treating
I,
you?
it's pretty good means I am just busy with GMAT prep.
Very, तुम GMAT and all दे रहे हो, हाँ?
Yeah, means I recently got accepted to ISB YLP program stage 2.
Very cool. Congratulations. You are one step
Thank
closer.
you.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Very nice. तो फिर इसके बाद अब तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू हो गया और what is it?
They are like means till 31st August we need to submit GMAT score, essay and professional evaluation, and
Okay.
after that they'll take interview from September to November.
Got it. Got it. Wonderful, man. All the best. Do well. YLP के लिए अंकुर, the minimum GMAT you should be mentally targeting is 720.
I kept means target score as 740.
Bas, बढ़िया. You are on the right track. You're thinking the right way. Great. I am hopeful that you will make it, and I will, inshallah, see you on the campus when there is the campus there. Wonderful, man. Awesome. Do you have a question for
Thank
me,
you.
Ankur?
Yeah, I mean, I have attended the Future Founders Conference and the Failure Conference. So many of the times means I think whenever I tell people about my failure and something, it's like people start judging. And even if they are not judging, I keep thinking in my mind that the next person is judging me. So means even with my parents also means when I say something, I feel like quite means worried that if I say about something about failure, it's like everybody gonna judge me and they'll say me that I'm a dumb.
Yes,
So
I
that's
totally understand that. And do, do you want to do something about it? Is that the question?
yeah means I mean I keep following your post every day, all your videos from Insta to LinkedIn. Means that even I kept a highlight also on my Insta, Ankur Variko. So even I keep saving also means if I forget any video or something like that. So it's like you are the right person because the failure conference, even I
Your voice is breaking up. Yeah.
knowing from you is the best thing. Means right now the right person to ask the question.
No, I love the question. And the question is very simple. The question essentially is that whenever we all go through failure, right? Everyone goes through failure. And the question then is when we talk about our failures, then we always fear that the person opposite to us is judging us. They are thinking that हम तो गधे हैं, हम बेवकूफ हैं, हमने मेहनत नहीं करी, हमने कुछ नहीं
Yeah,
किया, and that's why we've become what we've become. And
yeah,
there is no escaping that, Ankur. There is never any escaping that because you can't control what people think about you. In fact, even when you're not talking about your failure, they are already thinking about you. They are constantly
exactly.
thinking about you. So do not spend your energy in thinking about what people are thinking about you. That is the worst way to spend your time, your energy, your mental capacity. You can't control it. There is nothing that you can do to control what people think about you. That said, you should spend every bit of your energy thinking about how you think of yourself. So if you are proud of your failure, or if you do not have any regret around your failure, that is the right approach in life. If you feel ashamed of your failure, trust me, everyone will be ashamed of your failure. If you yourself are not proud of your failure, everyone will be not proud of your failure. It starts with you. It starts with the story that you tell yourself in your mind. कि मैं ऐसा हूं, मैंने ये किया, मेरे से ये हुआ, मैंने ये क्यों किया. जितनी हम अपने आप को गालियां देंगे, दुनिया उतनी ही हमें गालियां देंगी.
But
जितना हम अपने आप से प्यार करेंगे,
मैं
दुनिया जो
मतलब
भी बोले,
नहीं
it
सोचता
suddenly
वो
will not
लेकिन
affect you.
मैं 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 हमेशा यही सोचता हूँ कि नहीं जो भी लोग सोचे ठीक है लेकिन आई ऑलवेज ट्राई टू कीप माई सेल्फ पॉजिटिव बट थिंग इज दैट द मोमेंट आई स्टार्ट थिंकिंग वो होता है ना कि अभी अच्छा सोचा तुरंत बुरा स्टार्ट हो गया इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक दैट
And the way to escape that is get into the habit of positive affirmations. हम एक हैबिट फॉर्मिंग प्राणी हैं. हमारी पूरी कायनात, हमारी पूरा वजूद जो है हमारा, इट इज बेस्ड ऑन हैबिट, where we don't even realize we are doing something because it becomes a habit. Our brain is wired in such a way that it wants to consume the least amount of energy in doing something. तो अगर कोई भी चीज हम रोज करते हैं, our brain starts spending lesser and lesser and lesser energy because it knows how to do it. It's like, do you drive a car or a bike?
हेलो
Yes. Do you drive a bike or a car?
आई डोंट नो एनीथिंग आई जस्ट सेड स्कूटी
Okay, so you ride the scooty. So go back to the first day you rode the scooty. You were scared. You were constantly looking कि मैं कहीं ऐसे इधर उधर हो नहीं जाऊंगा, something like that. You were constantly looking at the road. You were constantly looking at people around you.
या
Today, when you drive the scooty, it's like in your sleep. You drive it almost as if ये तुम्हारा natural self है. तुम पैदा ही हुए थे स्कूटी चलाते हुए, right? So it becomes natural. How has it become natural? Because you have gotten practice, you have gotten habituated to that. So your brain now knows how to navigate the scrutiny. That's the same thing that happens with positive affirmations. If you close your eyes and positively think about your life, about yourself, it will become a habit. But if you only do it when you need it, the brain is like, यार ये कभी मुझे बुलाता है, कभी नहीं बुलाता है, कभी मुझे बोलता है ऐसे सोचने के लिए, कभी नहीं सोचता, तो मुझे पता नहीं है मुझे करना क्या है. I don't know what the habit is. So get into the habit of thinking positive. And that is not something you can force upon yourself. It is just simply saying, like literally every morning you get up, you close your eyes and you says, मेरा नाम अंकुर पांडे है, and whatever failures I have gone through in life, I've only learned from them. Whatever failures I've gone through in life, I've only learned from them. Whatever failures I've gone through in life, I've only learned from them. If you repeat this to yourself, I am telling you it's magical. After a month, you will believe it. There will be nothing in your mind telling you that your failure is something you should be ashamed of. It will be a life changer. Try it out and then tell me how it works.
I have one more question.
No, so I have to go through lots of people, so I won't be able to take one more. Thank you so much. Uncle calling Ankur. This was fun. Have fun in Varanasi. All the best for your GMAT. I really hope to see you in ISB.
Can I please?
He lost. Sorry, he lost me. He didn't lose. He lost me. Anyway, this is something that I have personally witnessed in my life. Positive affirmations are just so powerful. In fact, forget everything else. Habit forming is just so powerful. In fact, if there's one book that I would recommend that I read last year, which was perhaps for me the book of the year, is this book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a brilliant book, very easy to read, but very hard to imbibe in your life. And it's all about how do you form small habits in your life that literally change your life forever. It's powerful. Habit forming is powerful. अगर आपको किसी चीज की आदत लग जाती है, you suddenly don't ever forget it. And then you want to get habituated to the right things. It just works wonderfully. Anyway, let's get, and yeah, thank you so much, Mani. The Power of Habits is also a really good book, and I would strongly recommend that as well. All right. Great. My God, there are so many questions. James Clear, the man. Summer, absolutely. James Clear is the man. All right. Let's try and see who all are there. Okay, let's get the next caller. So, I hope I'm pronouncing your right. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Somi Datta, Frugal Fun. Let's just start with that. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going live, Somi, with me. I hope this is the right pronunciation. Somi. Because it's Bengali, it could be Xiaomi, and I don't know. And I don't want to. Oh, lovely. Yes.
Hi, Ankur.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Can you please help me with the right pronunciation for your name?
You can call it Somi.
Somi. Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
figured. But because it was a Bengali name, I wasn't so sure. Is it
Right.
Somi? Is it Xiaomi? Is it something else? So it's like
Technically, it's Shomi, but
Xiaomi.
everyone's, it says Somi, and I'm sort of used to being called that, so that's fine.
Awesome. Where are you from?
Always a complicated question for me to answer, but right now I'm in Singapore. I live in Singapore.
Oh,
Uh,
that's late for you then. Okay.
yeah,
And
it is a
how,
little late.
thank you so much for attending this then. How long have you been in Singapore?
I have actually moved to Singapore from Hong Kong a few months back. So
Okay.
I was in Hong Kong for about 3 years, and now we are in Singapore. I live
Okay.
here with my husband.
Wonderful. Very nice. Do you like it there?
Yeah. Well, ever since we moved, it's been the circuit breaker and the lockdown, so I haven't really explored much. But yeah, hoping to do that sometime very, very soon. Let's
It's
see.
it's a wonderful place. I really like it. And I was really lucky, Swami, that I think it was about a couple of years back, if I'm not wrong. I was invited by the Singapore Tourism Board
Oh,
to
nice.
for a 3 day tour of the real Singapore, and they were doing a series that came in, but that's besides the story. So I actually got to saw Singapore in a way that I'd never done before. Because usually you do the touristy thing, Garden by the Bay on Visa Bakwas.
Right.
But that, I went in deep into the Singapore history and culture, and I was just so mind blown with. I always thought of it like a concrete city and like a man-made structure, and
Right.
didn't have too much of respect for it. But that just changed everything for me. It was really nice.
That's great. I hope to
Awesome.
experience that soon.
Yeah, yeah. What do you do?
I actually work as a management consultant. So I'm actually also an ISB alum from the class of
Oh,
2014.
okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Awesome. High five. It's like an ISB series
High
today.
five.
Okay. Brilliant.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. So I'm from the class of 2014. Ever since I've been working in management consulting. So yeah,
Ah,
that's what I've been doing. And on the side, I run a YouTube channel, sort of travel and lifestyle based. So it's 11,000 big family at the moment
very nice.
and forever growing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Is that so? So is frugal or frugal the name?
Frugal fun. Yeah. That's sort of the handle of all my social media. Yeah.
Nice,
Blog,
wonderful.
my YouTube channel, Instagram.
I like the name. It's very catchy. It's very. But is it? And I don't know why I get the impression. But is it specific to women travelers, or is it just traveling in general?
It's traveling in general.
Hmm.
I would say so. When I started it with the aim of sharing tips on frugal traveling, not
Nice.
like, so that's how
Got
it
it.
was frugal, but I didn't want to keep it frugal because that was not catchy enough. So that's why I sort of changed it. And being a girl, I obviously had a lot
No.
of lady tips and safety tips to share. So that's how the name
Wonderful.
shaped up.
Fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
No, the spin is really cool. So management consulting means you must be traveling extensively. Not now, but you're used to at least.
Yeah, yeah, quite a bit.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, I totally
Yeah,
get it. I've been there, done that. Yeah,
I
it's like
know.
the
Yeah,
grind. Awesome. Do you have a question for
right.
me or anything?
Yeah, I was actually hoping to know your thoughts on social media. So I'll tell you where I'm coming from. When you started, and maybe when I started as well, social media was not really a thing, right? It eventually came up, and while I think that it's really a great platform, it puts everyone on the same front and crowdsourcing and all the good stuff. But I personally feel that sometimes it also makes it so easy for everyone to have a voice, and it can be very confusing for young minds and also overwhelming at times. So I would really want to know where you stand on it and what are your thoughts on how we should be using social media for our good, you know?
It's a great question and a very hard one to answer. I don't think I'm nearly qualified to do so, but let me take a shot at it. I actually feel that social media is possibly the greatest weapon of change, both good and bad, that we have
Right.
witnessed and possibly will in the foreseeable future. Like the only thing that will come close will be the next level of virtual reality, which will just get us hooked on to a completely different interface. But until that happens, I feel that social media is this drug that has been unleashed. It's actually scientifically a drug because
Yeah.
each time you do that, the dopamine shot just hits you and you get addicted to it and you want to do more of it and more of it. And
Yeah.
I feel that when you're young and impressionable, there it does need some level of guidance to get you to see the power in the positive manner of it, because it's like uncharted, right? Anything can happen, anything can be consumed, anything can be witnessed.
Right.
But personally, I have benefited a lot from it personally because I have seen how that works and how beautifully it can. It is something that I would spend a lot of time with my kids to help them navigate through that. Because when they go to something like a YouTube, they have two choices. Either they can go and hear Naval Ravikant's podcast or go and see, and I only got to know this name 2 weeks back, Carrie Minati's video. And Carrie Minati's video is a completely different animal, and Naval Ravikant is a
Right.
completely different animal. And those are choices that anyone gets to exercise at any point of time. So I feel that the appreciation for the finer things stems from real life, what people do in their normal course of action, and it manifests itself in the online world. I I
Right.
genuinely believe that people are not two different people online and offline. It's the same thing that is either hidden or suppressed that manifests itself
Mhm.
offline. So if you've raised right as a parent, and if you have yourself adopted the right habits, it will manifest itself in the right adoption in the online world. If you haven't and it's suppressed or whatever the case may be, then it will come out sooner than later, and that could be horrible. Um, so yeah, that's the only thing that I know of. Yeah.
No, thanks for answering it so beautifully.
Great. All the best. I will look up your YouTube channel. I did not have an idea about it, but now I do. So thanks for doing that. I'd love to see the content that you're creating, and all the best for the move in Singapore and for the ability to move around. I hope you get back to that as soon as the world settles to the new normal.
Right, right.
But
Thank you so much.
thank you
And it
so
was
much.
lovely chatting with you.
Thank you so much. Same here. Have a good night. Take care, Swami.
You too. Bye.
Bye. That was a lovely thing. If there's one thing that I can take from this conversation is, and this is funny because I have had two conversations earlier this evening exactly on the same thing, which is we all have to get to a point where we are taking care of our survival financially through a job, through any hustle that we can. But once that is done, we need to feed our soul if our work is not that. And what Somi is doing right now, what I am doing, what a lot of people do is make those active choices in life, which is my job is just my job. It's going to pay my bills. It's going to give me financial freedom. It's going to give me financial stability. But if I don't thoroughly from my inner self enjoy it, then I'm just going to stop at that and not going to make it my life. Because I will have almost a parallel second life where I will have a side gig, where I will have a YouTube channel, where I will go live on Instagram, where I'll create something, I'll sing, I'll do whatever is it that gives me genuine joy. And that's how I will live my life. And if I do it well, mind you, and I'm a living example of that, if I do it well and I genuinely enjoy it, and there is no pressure on me to make money off it, no pressure on me to make it financially viable, so on, at some point of time, I will be able to unlock value from it. At some point of time, it will make money for me. At some point of time, it will compound and compound in such a way that you will be left surprised at how much something that you genuinely enjoyed has now become big and can actually cater to your livelihood, and you don't need a job anymore. And that's what I would hope and pray for so many of you. There is a job, it's important, I recognize that. Money is important, I recognize that. It is necessary, I recognize that. But don't make it the sole purpose of your life. Because if you do that, you're just going to be miserable on your deathbed. You're going to be miserable when you haven't spent time with your kids, with your parents, with your loved ones, when you've just been consumed with what your boss is telling you, what your colleagues want from you, those emails, those pings, those chats, and whatnot. And suddenly 30, 40 years of your life are gone, and you're like, fuck, where did these go? When did my kids become so old? When did I become so old? Where did my life go? And that will just be a life of regret. It'll just be a life where you'll be just dead And I think we can relate to that because we've seen our parents go through that. We've seen our parents, and that was the only choice they had. It was just about survival. It was just about making ends meet. And they had a really hard time. We don't necessarily have that hard times. We don't. We're very privileged. Most of us are. And that means that if you are in a spot where you have a job and it pays you enough to cover your base, leave it there and then go and feed your soul with something that you genuinely want to do, which you love doing, what you're good at, what the world needs. And you will sooner or later find a way to make money out of it. It is inevitable. मैं कितनी बकवास कर सकता हूँ. All right, let's go ahead. Oh my God, there's so many. Work these days is quite stressful and becomes quite difficult. Then to work another thing at the same time, relaxes, recharge as well. You know, the way to think about this. So number one is on the stress. Stress is not what you feel when you work hard. Stress is what you feel when you work hard and you don't know why you're working hard. Stress is not when you work hard. It is when you work hard and you do not know why you're working hard. So when you find stress in your work, it's only because you don't find purpose in it. You don't find value in it. You don't find anything that drives you. And yes, it is going to be stressful in that environment. But that is why you need the second part even more. It's not about time. Don't make the fucking excuse of time. Everyone on earth has the same 24 hours. What's your fucking excuse? Everyone has the same 24 hours. I have the same 24 hours. Elon Musk has the same 24 hours. Mukesh Ambani has the same 24 hours. Mark Zuckerberg has the same 24 hours. How you choose to live those is what is most important. If you're going to come back home, drown yourself in Netflix, drown yourself in crappy content, drown yourself in just binge watching shit, of course you're going to numb your senses. You're going to have the stress of your work. You will numb it and feel like, oh, I am relaxed. But no, all you've done is just suppressed the emotions and you've not brought in any positivity out. But I guarantee you, even if you're physically tired, you go for a fucking run and you genuinely enjoy running, you will feel lighter. You will feel more energized. You will feel more alive. It's nothing to do with physical energy. It's all to do with what your mind is telling you. Take it from someone who does it. I am not just randomly bullshitting right now. I'm a living example of having lived this for several years. Fuck the excuses that you give yourself. Fuck the world that tells you you should not do this or you shouldn't be this way. Please heal yourself. Take care of yourself. It's just one fucking life. Why would you not want to live it on your terms? Why would you not want to live it the way you want to live it? What you're good at, what makes you genuinely happy? Why the fuck would you listen to anyone when they are going to die and it doesn't matter? All you will be left with is just regret. Just fucking regret. काश मैंने ये कर लिया होता, काश मैंने ये सोचा होता, काश मैंने वो बात सुन ली होती, काश मैंने अपनी बात सुन ली होती. All of that. Anyway, I feel very passionately about this and I will defend to death anyone who says, oh no, that's not how it will be. That's not how it works. All right, let's get the next caller on board. And all right, Deepshika, you're going live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. Yes. Hello. What's up?
Nothing.
How are you?
Just got back from office. I'm good. How are you?
Very well. That's quite late to come back from office
Yeah, just another day.
after all the spiel that I gave you. So for those, and I want to introduce Deepshika. So most of you may not know her, and that's fine. So Deepshika works at Shree Cement. She leads training and development for the Shree Cement group. And how I know her is because she's the reason why I got to work with She Cement quite closely on multiple training assignments across all of their plants, or most of their plants exactly. And she's a very deep thinker. I loved having very deep conversations with her. I
Thank you.
genuinely enjoyed my time with her. She's, in fact, the one who helped me through the Varanasi streets when I'd gone there in March. So, thank you so much for that. I've had lovely times with you. But what's up? How is the lockdown treating you?
So we are contained in a colony. We live here. You know where we live. It's about 2.5 hours from Jaipur. So yeah, we are here, and we are not supposed to go anywhere, but everything else is available here. So yeah, if I could
Okay.
show you, you have seen it. So
Yeah. And I hope there are no cases in the colony.
not yet.
No, not yet. Not not yet. That's a very mature way of saying it. Not yet. Okay. And what's new in the L&D area in Sri Cement? Any new, like, what's very impressive, and I do want you to, if you're comfortable speaking about this, I do want to very quickly go through how you made this massive and not trivial transition from classroom trainings to complete online delivery, and change the course of that.
That was just my job. I think I was just trying to do that. So yeah.
Well, you did a good job then.
Okay, thank you. I don't know if people will benefit from it. All I can say is that just to give you a context, so in Sri Cement, we didn't do any other training other than classroom. So it was only classroom training, either on site or off site. And suddenly the lockdown happened. It was as sudden as it could be, because on Saturday I was making a schedule that who will be coming to office, we'll make a roster and all of that. And by Monday morning, we knew that no one is going to come to office. So, and we are a factory, we live in a colony, so we have never had that situation of having a proper arrangement to work from home. So yes, it was all of a sudden. And people are used to going to office, have a job, and suddenly people had nothing to do. So there were two challenges. One, everyone had a lot of time, and after 2-3 days they didn't know what to do with their time. And that was the best time to actually for the learning team, because otherwise all of us know that when everything else is going fine, no one wants to go and do training, and they're like, why do I need to actually. So it was what we did is two things. I would not say that we did it immediately. We took about 1 or 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks we figured out. We launched an online platform, which is an AI-powered platform, and that's called Edcast. Besides that, we leveraged. There were a lot of people who were doing webinars, so we actually developed a team of SMEs who started evaluating these things, and so the net result is that in the month of April, if we compare it with April 9, 2019, in April 2020, we actually more than doubled the number of learning hours, 4 times the coverage of people at 1/10 the cost.
Wow.
And we repeated that actually the numbers increased in May. So, and we hope we are going to, like, we will get better or something. So.
Fantastic, man. That's quite impressive. That is quite impressive. Brilliant. And this is not easy. Trust me, when you have such a big moving engine, and Sri Cement is not a small company by any means, it's just very, very hard to make this machinery work. So congratulations on doing that. That's commendable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Do you have a question for me? And it's okay if you don't. You just come back from work, so I don't want to get into that quizzing mode again.
No,
But
that's okay. So I think I'll just ask one question. So you're always in the public space. Also, you keep saying that people grow, and I believe that we learn different perspectives, and we learn to see things from different perspectives. And at times, it happens that what we think about and how we think about it changes, and it could actually be a 180-degree change in 1 year or 2 years or something. For people like me who are not as expressive on social media, it's okay. As in, even if you change, and but you may make a point, and 1 year down the line or 2 years down the line, you may not agree with what you said. And people, when they are not, when they don't have an identity, there are times that they're not too kind in their comments. And I know you would say that I don't care, but having said that, there would be questions where they may just question you that, 2 years back you said this and now you're saying this. So how exactly have you ever faced such a situation, and how do you deal with it, and how do you handle it?
No, I haven't faced such a situation, and I'm very surprised why I haven't, because the reality is that I've changed and changed considerably over the last several years, and I have been documenting my journey all through. Like, forget everything else. If you were to go to my blog from 2006 when I was at ISB, I was like, किस गधे ने वो सब लिखा है? I don't recognize my own self. I'm embarrassed by my own self. I'm ashamed of the old self. And I'm like, wow, this like that. I was that juvenile. Huh? I was that dumb and that naive and that whatever it is. So I like this, and I think you know me well enough to know that I actually don't care. And the reason why I don't is because my identity is not attached to this. This is not my life. This is a part of my life that I am absolutely okay giving up any day, because it doesn't do anything except just give me joy. So if it stops giving me joy, I will just cut it. Simple as that. I am not a celebrity. This is not my means of livelihood. This is not why I am able to pay my bills. This isn't something that gives me what my work would. This is just generally something that I love doing, would want to do, and would want to do for the longest time ever. But if it stops giving me that kind of joy that I seek from it, that's it, khatam. And that could happen because I lose interest. It could happen because people don't get me anymore. It could happen because it's just becoming very difficult, so on. Which is why, at least as a principle, I never talk politics and religion on social media, ever. Because those are the most sensitive things. Like, I will never go on record. But उसके बाद तो लोग change होते ही रहते हैं.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the question I had. So thank
Cool.
you so much.
Thank you so much, Deepshika. It is always lovely to speak to you, and I will catch you very soon.
Sure. Thank you.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
You too.
And Yamini, who's in the followers list, was commenting that, like, Deepshika, she's such a calm person. She's actually very calm. Like, it's impressive how she just remains calm and composed, like this Zen-like, and it's just wonderful. All right, let's go. And you read my blog today. I know. Yes, Citizen Behavior. That's where the plant is. That's correct. That's where the plant is. All right, let's get the next caller on board. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Oh my God, there's so many people. I asked this question today of who all would want to go live, and they're like, 200-300 log the live. I don't even know what to do. There has to be a way where it becomes easier for someone. I don't even know what I'm talking about. And it's just crazy. All right, let's go with Nisarg Shah. Nisarg Shah. You're going live with me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds right now. Nisarg Shah. I want to know what Nisarg means. Hey,
Hi,
Nisarg. What's
Hey,
up?
how are you?
Very well. Where are you based from, Nisarg?
Finally, I got a chance. I've been requesting since.
Great. Yeah. No. Thanks for the bank transfer this morning, and that's the only
Yes.
reason I agreed.
Yep.
Where are you from?
I'm right now in Tampa, in Florida.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Acha. What time is
Yeah.
it, man? Acha, this is morning. Okay,
Afternoon.
great.
Yeah. 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
I have my
exactly.
friend with me as well. We have
Hey,
been.
Ankur, how are you?
This is
What's
Smith.
up? Very well. What's your name?
Smith, SMIT Smith.
Okay, SMIT. Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That
We
is
have
that
been.
is that a spin on your actual name or your actual name is Smith?
No, my actual name is Smith, actually.
Great.
I'm
All right.
Gujarati,
Perfect.
and then a lot of people confuse it over
Aha.
here. They say it's my spin name.
Fading. They're like, are you missing an H? Are you sure you're not missing an H? Yeah. But awesome. And what do you guys do? Do you guys work together?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we started a company over here like a year and a half back.
Oh,
here in
wonderful.
US. So we came as students. So we both knew each other before this in Ahmedabad. We are from Ahmedabad. And
Great.
then we were lucky enough to get into, the same college
Same
over here
school,
for
yeah.
our masters. And then we started a pet e-commerce company over here after our graduation.
That is the best country to start a pet e-commerce company in.
Yep.
It
Absolutely.
definitely-
It is.
Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah.
Wonderful. How's it going?
Not so well. Not so well.
Yeah. But
And-
it's
and-
been a
but- and
great
is it-
learning experience.
Is it because of the market, or is it because of COVID, or is it because of execution? Like, what do you think?
So first thing is like execution, I would say. That is like the primary factor. Recently the market is also not helping, that's for sure. But I'm sure that even if the execution, even if the market was good, a lot of things that we did in executing it would not have helped us,
Correct.
where we thought we would be. And it was more like we started it out as like it was a passion project for both of us when we were back home in India. We wanted to do it back home in India, but then we moved here and then we got an opportunity to do it here. And we made a few mistakes in like choosing the right people, like who to work with,
Who to get money from.
who to get money from, especially
Oh,
because we were in a very like tough situation, because it's very uncertain to start a company as a student in US with visa restrictions and all of that.
Yeah.
So we thought we can trust a few people and start it with them, but then it suddenly became like toxic after a few months, and then we just jumped on that opportunity. We didn't know that we had an option to say no and walk away
Got it.
from that. But that's where we are.
But it's been a great learning experience. Like
Absolutely.
it was our first company, and we've always wanted to do this in India. But then we decided, we got the opportunity and we did it. Learned a lot of things, but now since everything has been going south over here, so we are planning to move back. We're planning to do something else over there.
No, great, man. I'd love the experience and the learning you have had in the last 1.5 years to help India and to see your next gig happened right here. This is
Absolutely, that's the plan. Yep.
yeah. No, totally, man. Awesome.
We had a question.
Please.
What things should you consider before finding the right investor and in finding the right people to start working with, be it employees, partners, investors, anything?
Yeah, I actually spoke about this actively in about a week back or so when I was taking this webinar on fundraising and finding a co-founder. And there are, at least when it comes to the co-founder or the founding team, the early few people that you work with, there are essentially three things. One is the skills that they bring, the execution capability that they bring, and the values that they live by. And I personally feel that, especially at a co-founder level, which is the two of you and maybe the first few really, really important people, there cannot be any measure of value conflict, any at all, because that will come to bite you and you don't know when. You just don't know when. So it will only happen in a moment of crisis, and the crisis could be money, the crisis could be relationships, the crisis could be ego, the crisis could be market failure, the crisis could be growth not happening, whatever the case may be. And that's when value conflicts just become visible and stark. So I would say, if there is anything, then the first few people, it doesn't matter if they are the most skilled, They don't have to be the best engineers. They don't have to be the best operational guy, the best marketers, and so on. Because if they're smart, they'll figure that shit out. It may take some longer time, but they will. But there is no compromise on the ethos with which they live their life. Like their approach towards money, their approach towards people, their approach towards respect, their approach towards why are they in it in the first place? What do they want from this? So on. Investors, very different ballgame. The one thing which I'm shocked most people do not realize, and it's no fault because I also realized it the hard way, so I can't blame anyone, is investors are not in the business of making businesses work. Investors are in the businesses of entering and exiting businesses. That's the business. They will make money when they exit your business. They will not make money when you become a big business. No, they will only make money when they leave you and leave the business. That means their incentive is always and always aligned with you making them more money at an exit. And that means either of two things. It means one, you're growing as fuck and you are on this rocket ship and you're clearly on a path to do an IPO or become a really big company or get acquired by someone and so on. Or you are constantly fundraising. Because that's the only way they know that their asset price is now bigger than what it was when they invested. So in the absence of these two things, they're like, fuck, this is like a dead investment. मुझे मेरा पैसा वापस दो, मुझे मेरा time वापस दो, मुझे मेरा ये करो. And then they start making any possible move to get whatever they can squeezed out of the company. So if they put in $1, they're like, no, fuck, can I get 90 cents back, 80 cents back, 70 cents back, whatever. I just need that back. And that's when it becomes not a pleasant
So
journey.
yeah, it's a pure like a monetary outlook, while from an entrepreneur's perspective, it's value driven in terms of providing value to the consumer or bringing in
Exactly.
something. Yeah.
For an entrepreneur, the color of the money is as important as the money. And what I mean by the color of the money is, what is the nature of that money? Where is it coming from? Is it coming from an operator? Is it coming from an investor? Is it coming from someone? Like when I would invest, it would be a very different color of money than if, let's say, forget everyone else, my dad would invest.
Correct.
Right? Because my dad's not an operator. He's lived his life just being in a job. He doesn't know anything. He may have the money to invest, but he doesn't have anything that can help the startup. And that becomes a very different animal.
Right.
Absolutely.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Spot on.
Did you fundraise for Nearby in the initial stages, or like I don't know the background story?
No, the background is we raised fuckloads of money, man. We raised it from Sequoia Capital. We raised this insane.
Wow.
In all, Nearby raised $43 million.
Wow.
So we've raised and we're a big we're $100 million company, but the problem is, and that is success by itself, but it's not nearly as successful because we thought we would be $1 billion company. So the money we raised was with the expectation that we'll be far bigger than who we eventually became. And that is the rift. The rift is not $100 million company बहुत बड़ी होती है, 700 crore कर रहे हैं. But that doesn't make anything. What makes is, shit, you raised 300 crores not to make 700 crores. You raised 300 crores to become 3,000 crores. And if that didn't happen, then unfortunately it's not that cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome, man.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you so much.
Yeah. Awesome.
Appreciate the time.
All the best.
Lovely talking
Have a
to you.
good time. Stay safe in the US and take care, man.
Yes.
We'll see you all
You
in India soon.
Yes.
All right. Thanks,
absolutely.
Ankur.
See you soon.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye. Awesome. Yeah, man. Okay. When am I having the next webinar on finding a co-founder and fundraising? Very soon, in July, most likely. So we're definitely going to bring it back. And I had a terrific time. For those who may not know, 3,283 people went through 6 webinars that I conducted in the month of May. I had expected no more than 500 people. Like that was my best case scenario. 3,300 people came in. I was like fucking shocked. But I had such a ball of a time. I learned so much about myself, about what I was teaching, what I was sharing, and it was a very different experience. There were hiccups, and I learned along the way. But at the end of it, I feel very happy with how it went. I called it the Future Founders Conference, and it was basically a series of 6 conferences meant for founders who will become founders, or founders who are already founders but very early in their foundership. And it was everything, right? From how do you pick an idea all the way to releasing the first version of your product. It was just joyous. I had such a wonderful time conducting it. Learned so much, as I said. Okay, let's try and get the next call. Time check. Oh, 10:50. Shit. Time flew, man. We're already at... Okay. God, man. Okay, Sidhesh Razdan, you're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. बाल कितने लंबे हो गए मेरे? यहाँ तक पहुंच गए.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
This is crazy. What's up,
Hello.
Sidhesh?
Hi, Ankur. How are you?
Very well. How are you? Where are you?
I am from Pune. I'm in India right now.
Wonderful. Very cool. I love the fact that now people are saying I'm in India right now. इतने variety आ गए आज की. Okay. And what do you do in Pune, Sidhesh?
So right now I'm in my final year. I am
Okay.
I study at SRM University,
Yeah.
and I
What
am
are you
currently
studying?
building an app. Oh, I'm almost done with my computer science engineering. So I'm in
Very
my final
cool.
year.
Very
But
cool.
what I'm doing right now is I'm building an app called COVID Shastra.
Okay.
And so COVID Shastra is supposed to essentially do 4 basic things. One is it gives you like a real-time containment zone mapping. So if you're moving around the city, it will tell you where the containment zones are and what is happening. Second thing is like a hand wash feature where if you're moving in and out of your house, so if you're coming back inside, it'll tell you, okay, you have to wash your hands. If you're moving out of your house, it's going to tell you, okay, wear a mask. And there are 2 more features. One is an emergency calling feature, because we saw that there's a lot of domestic violence that is happening in and around, like people are facing that. So there's going to be an emergency calling feature, and there's going to be a crowding feature. So if a lot of people have the app and there's a lot of crowd, we can inform the authorities. So right now we're speaking to the authorities, but we're not able to get the breakthrough. But वो चल रहा है.
Wow,
So
very cool, yeah. Very cool. I like the timely nature of the app, and also
we're trying. We're
the
trying.
yeah. Have you built it?
We have built it. It is complete. It is 100% complete. It is functioning, but and we have also patented it, so we are safe that way. But right now we just need the right person to sell it to. So
Okay.
and to give it to. So that's the fight. And I actually had the question. I mean, had you been in my situation, what do you think you would have done?
I would have partnered with the RWAs, the Resident Welfare Associations,
Okay.
and made the clusters work together. I would have gone to MyGate. Have you heard of MyGate?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I would go to MyGate and ask them to promote this as a additional service in the app. So you may have to white label it,
I
and
see.
it may not come as branded as COVID Shastra, but it could be one more addition to MyGate, and it's a very powerful feature to have. What MyGate already has is distribution. They're already in a lot of residential colonies and apartment complexes, and they are used almost daily by
I
residents.
see.
So you get instant distribution. Yes, it doesn't come with your brand name, but I feel that at this point of time, if you were to just experience what a technology stack as yours will go through when it's actually in the live world, you will gain a lot of experience. This is not
I
going to
agree.
be the
So
$1 billion idea that makes you retire
it
and
is
buy
not.
an
It
island.
is not.
So
It is not.
it's going to be for the sheer joy and experience of making this
I
work
agree.
and seeing it work. And
I
for
agree.
that, my suggestion is do anything to get it to scale and rapidly.
That works. I think, yeah, that sounds good. I think that's what we'll be doing. Let's see. I hope it works out, and you so soon you have the app on your phone, and you're safe. So
Exactly. I know. We need a replacement to Arogya Setu
exactly,
and
we
everything.
did an analysis, and we knew that okay, that app is literally not serving what it should be serving. It's just an app. I mean, okay, anybody can make an app, and if they have the power to distribute it to everybody in the country, they should at least make some useful feature of it. So that's my
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
all
All the
right.
best with that, man. This
Thank
sounds
you,
very
thank
cool.
you. One
Great.
selfie, please. One selfie
Yes,
before
let's
we
do a
go.
selfie. Let's do a selfie.
Cool. That is good.
All
All
right.
right.
Awesome, man. Have
Lord,
fun.
uncle.
Take care. Stay safe. All the
Bye
best.
bye.
That was quick. I love technology. I love how people who are techies can literally just get up, say, I have an idea, and tuck, 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 and the idea just manifests into reality. Like, isn't that powerful? I wish. No, I shouldn't say I wish because then it sounds like regret. But if there was ever any regret in my life, it would just be the fact that I don't know how to code. Like, it genuinely at times wish that I knew how to code because there's just so many ideas in my head and I wish I could just translate that into action. And now I have to depend on people, but that's another case. Anyway, it's 10:56. I have 4 minutes to go. I don't think I have time for getting another. Yeah, exactly, Swami. And it's just wonderful to see so many young minds innovating and getting there. I didn't deny anyone like Monica. No, what I denied. What did I deny? Oh, there. Oh, you don't even know how many people are here to just get it. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so we're at the end of this Q&A. We're going to do this every Friday night at 10 p.m. If you like this, please share it in your friend circle. Invite them over next week. You also, of course, join. We will find a way of getting more and more people. I like to not repeat someone, but honestly, I lose track of the usernames and they're just so confusing. So I'm not good at that. We haven't done a poor job of that. Like, so I don't think more than one person has been repeated, which is a pretty good sign. So we will have these conversations as open-ended as they are and as lovely as they are. Get to exchange positive vibes, feel happy about the world, feel happy about ourselves, feel happy about where we are in lives. And that's the motive. It's just to bring a nice, happy closure to the week and to bring in the weekend in a nice, joyous manner. But until then, I hope all of you have had a haircut and you're not struggling like I am. But I will see you next week, Friday, 10 p.m. This is Ankur Wadiku signing off. Have a good night, everyone.